Hey, how's it going? I'm Resale Rafa, and this is my year-long YouTube series, Follow My Flipping Dollar. If you're new to my channel, on July 20th, 2019, I started with a single dollar, and I invested it at a single item at a garage sale. Sold that item for 40 bucks, reinvested all that money, and my plan is to do that over and over for the course of a year and see how much I can grow that single dollar at the end of the year. I do thrifting and garage sale as a hobby. I have a full-time job. I just thought this would be a fun year-long challenge to take on and to document kind of the journey along the way. If you've watched some of my other videos, I've had a lot of success and a lot of really great weekends. But since this is a kind of vlog to document reselling, I want to give a realistic picture. This weekend has just basically sucked. It started off bad on Friday, I think, just bad garage sales. Then Saturday it rained, and today I didn't find much. Today is Sunday, and so that's kind of a realistic look at reselling, that some weekends you just don't find much, or maybe find something but you spend a lot of time to do it. So in this video, just with the theme of the weekend, the name of this video is going to be something like going down the resale rabbit hole, and to show you that sometimes you actually might find a good item, but the amount of time that it takes you to research that item, actually probably you're losing out because you spent so much time doing it. So in my last video on Saturday at a garage sale, I picked up some really nice black leather boots with a Vibram outsole. And just a little more background info, I sold shoes. It was more like specialty running shoes, but for over 8 years. But with doing so, I became really knowledgeable about shoes in general and just good quality shoes. So I knew when I found these black leather boots that had a really nice Vibram outsole, I knew they were high quality shoes. And so I was like, no problem, I can figure out what these are. What's interesting is they were unbranded. And so I'm gonna show you in this video kind of my Sunday routine, where I go to the Hal thrift store by my house. I always go right at noon when they open, try to get good deals. Then I went to Walmart for some retail arbitrage, Walmart secret hidden clearance items. So you'll see that, what I picked up there. But then at the end of this video, if you feel like watching, you can go down the resale rabbit hole with me and see how much research I had to do to figure out the black leather boots that I picked up in the last video, and the process that I went through to figure out what brand they were, how to sell them. It probably took me over an hour, which at the end of it, I was determined to do it. But looking back, I probably shouldn't have. I probably should just call it quits earlier. But that's what you get into when you're reselling, is you find an item that's really intriguing. You're like, I have to do the research to find more about this. And then once you're halfway through that process, you got to keep going. So watch till the end of the video if you want to figure out. I did figure out what the boots were, so just a little teaser there. And I'll try to link below in the description. You can watch the video from yesterday where I did pick up the boots. Thanks for watching. Follow My Flipping Dollar. Thanks for your support. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and leave me a comment if you want. Thanks for watching. So got to the house store right at noon when they opened. Found this Easton bat, but it has it's almost imperceptible dent in it. Yeah, and to me, I looked it up, it's not a bat worth very much anyway, and so it's just not worth selling something that's got a dent in it. But I was so excited because they never have bats here. One thing so far, nothing big. I don't know, this has just been a hard weekend, I guess. But I found this remote. Remotes usually sell for $1 at Hal. This one's going for 15 to 20 on eBay. Remotes are super easy to sell. Easy to ship. So it's worth listing for, $10. Get a Hal haul today. I'm kind of dipping my toes into something new again, which is dangerous. I bought a lot of records today. What I did was I was scanning the records, and I was waiting for them to bring out new stuff, because the records are right by where they bring out the carts of new stuff. Nothing great came out on the carts today that was just real obvious, so I just scanned records for about an hour. Looks like I came out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 records. and I was trying to only pick up records that sell for like $10 more profit on eBay. I'm restricted from selling them on Amazon, so I'm gonna have to look into that, like how to get unrestricted, because theoretically you could get more for them on Amazon, but either way they're still selling on eBay. I got, like I showed you, the remote for part of my lot, and then I got this Will Rogers 1966 yearbook. Yearbooks actually can sell for like $100 if you have the right buyer. You might have to sit on that record for a couple of years and not lose it, but what I'm probably going to do is list it on either eBay or Amazon, and then I'm going to probably list it on Facebook Marketplace, because Will Rogers is a school here in Tulsa. So what I'll probably do is list it on Facebook Marketplace, or just make a Facebook ad and target specifically. You can do targeted ads in Facebook, and I'm going to target a group of the group that graduated in 1966. So theoretically it would go out to anybody that's on Facebook that graduated in 1966, Will Rogers in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and maybe somebody's missing a yearbook, and I probably wouldn't ask $100. I got 10 things today for $4, so I guess I paid 40 cents each. Anyway, so nothing, like I said, super excited, no super just excited pickups today. I'm gonna go to Walmart now. I've been doing some research about how to find secret discounted items in Walmart, so I'm gonna go scan a few items there on the discount aisle and see if we find anything there. I just finished some retail arbitrage at Walmart looking for hidden clearance items. So what you do is you download the Amazon app, and you have to let it know which store you're in, and then there's a scan button on the top right corner that you hit. And so what happens is, essentially there's things on clearance at Walmart, and then when you scan them, they actually might come up in the app for cheaper than they are on the clearance sticker. And so I scanned quite a few things in the clearance aisle, and there were a lot of things that were lower than the clearance sticker. However, most of the things were like swimming, like pool related stuff. And so being that it's, you know, getting toward the end of August, I just don't think that too many people are gonna be looking for swim stuff going into September, October. And so some of the stuff that I scanned was maybe like $4 on the clearance sticker, which was already discounted, of course. And then maybe it came up for like $1 or something like that. But I didn't go for any of that stuff, because like I said, most of it was summer stuff. What I did find was this Sonicare 6300 toothbrush. It's still sealed, so it wasn't on clearance because it was open or anything. It was the only one. I scanned it with the Walmart app, and it rang up for $30 as the like secret hidden Walmart price or whatever. And so on eBay, these are selling for $60. So this is essentially how retail arbitrage works, is that you find things in a retail store for much cheaper than they're selling online. You buy them and then go sell them online. I only bought one of these just because I'm still brand new to retail arbitrage, and since this was $30 per item, I just didn't want to sink a ton of money into them, and then for some reason, like tomorrow, all of them go on sale for like 20 bucks on eBay. So I just bought one. If it sells really easily and I make money from it, I might come back and get some more. So semi-successful trip to Walmart. It is true, because I watched YouTube videos that you can do secret Walmart clearance, and it's certainly true. Give it a try for yourself. As promised, I was gonna make this video showing how you can go down the resale rabbit hole sometime, and this one example here is a prime reason why I don't do this full time. Sometimes I get so into the research of a single item that it takes so long that there's no way I'm making money. Because at the end of the day, when you find out what it's worth, it may be worth, I'll just tell you straight up ahead of time, these boots are worth 40 or 50 bucks, but the amount of time it took me to research them makes all that probably not worth it. So let's get into it. These are the boots that I found yesterday, just at a garage sale. They're just on somebody's lawn. I paid $5 for them, like that. There's that side. This is important for later when we talk about what boots I think that they could be. See how that comes like straight across right there? There's no swoopiness to it. Next, there's the front, how it looks, laces. The back. See how these eyelet hole, or they're not eyelet holes, rather they're like hooks for the laces. And then here's the sole of them. It's a Vibram sole. Furthermore, notice the design of the Vibram, the tread on the bottom. And then, what if, okay, see how that says 5.5 RCS 894, and then on the inside it's got like a quilted lining. Most of the time on shoes or boots there's going to be the item number or the model number, and so I thought that was going to be it right there. This seems to say 5.5 and then a 7, so I think these are probably 5.5 men's, 7 women's, which to add on top of everything makes this not worth having spent so much time, because 5.5 men's pretty much no one wears except for maybe me. I maybe end up keeping these, I don't know. And then 7 women, like that's not a bad size, but to try and sell them as men's, that's not going to work very well. But yeah, the quilted lining on the inside. But what's interesting about these is no hint of any like name brand on these. So I started doing some research on Google, and here's the first thing I think that I was thinking it was. I was thinking there are these Chippewa boots, because notice how just the style of the boot looks similar, but what's even more similar is check out the Vibram, that design right there. Now look at the Chippewa boots, the Vibram sole on that one. I think it's identical. Next is next is the Thorogood boot, which you can see that style of boot looks even more similar to this one on the like outside of it. And then on a different style of the Thorogood boot, again, the Vibram sole is the same. So what I've decided is that Vibram sole, the Vibram must just make and sell to all different companies. So that's the first thing. And then second, there's just a lot of black leather boots that look the same. Now, some of you watching this might already know these actually are military combat boots. Here's the listing that I found on eBay that was super hard, but these are identical to mine, and they, I think, sold for like, I'm not looking at the listing right now, but like 40 something bucks. And they're unbranded, which totally makes sense if they're military issue. My guess, though, is that Chippewa or Thorogood might make this boot for the military without a brand, just because the styling of it is so identical to their shoes, and they make a good boot. But like I said, all that together took me over an hour to actually find that unbranded listing on eBay that sold. It's kind of weird because you feel like accomplished, like, yeah, I found it. But then you're like, oh, I just spent over an hour finding that. So that's going down the resale rabbit hole. And I guess I'll do one of these if I ever have another one in the future, something that takes me a long time that I just can't shake. It's like I got to find it, because at the end of the day, I knew it was a really nice boot. So hopefully someone buys them from me. Thanks for watching.